What's up, Cryptoverse? Crypto Phoenix here with a new video on why I think Ripple is going to $4.50 in July. It is the 6th of June and we have a market cap of 345 billion. So first off, we've got a lot of stuff to cover. I'll do my best to get through it as quickly as possible. And as always, we'll be leaving all the links and everything in the description. So please leave your comments and we can go from there. So without further ado, we have a new partnership between Kuwait's largest bank or finance house with Ripple, and they're looking at using xCurrent for cross-border payments and transactions. Now, this is not really new. We already have a list of about 100 banks that are using this, but it's good that we have even more adoption. So, as far as I'm aware, this is with the final stage of approval with the central bank, and once that happens, they can actually start making these payments. So, moving on to the next article, we have some TA essentially on Ripple, and this article is good, goes into depth about where Ripple's price action is moving. We have a steady uptrend, which is really good. At the moment, it's about 67 cents, and it's starting to hit resistance at 70. And this article goes into depth about the existing legal battle and how Ripple have employed Mary Jo White, who's a former SEC chairperson, to assist with the case. So this is good news out of the Ripple camp. I don't really think that we really need to be concerned too much about this existing legal case. I think it's a bit of FUD, and I think it's just going to go away with the washing. So the next part is we actually have a new SEC senior advisor to oversee crypto regulation, and this is good news because Valerie Szczepanik is her sentiment on cryptos essentially is a new flavor than we've seen from the SEC before, and I think provided that we can move past ICOs having all of these scams and everything like that, if they can look at a regulation and a design framework that suits everybody and protects the customers and looks at AML, then we'll have a nice middle ground, and I think that's what needs to be established. So look, I'm excited about Valerie joining. I think she's going to do a great job, and this is a good thing for the industry. So the next part is really just why I think Ripple is going to 450, and that's really about xRapid. So if you don't know about xRapid is the protocol or the source of transfer used between banks that will solve the liquidity issues. So if you know what the issue is relating to banks at the moment, they're pre-funding all of the transfers in between banks. So one bank has to have literally money stored at another bank in order to serve as liquidity so that they can make these transfers. And it's inefficient. You have lots of money just sitting around dead at all of these different banks. And what xRapid actually does is it solves the liquidity issue. And at the moment, if we scroll down a little bit, we can see this particular sentence here is from Brad Garlinghouse, and he's saying that xRapid is doing exactly what we thought, and we expect it into production from beta with that product very shortly. As we continue to move, we will see more companies, banks, and financial institutions get on board. So xRapid is in beta, and he's saying very shortly. I am stipulating that very shortly means July. And I think it's July because we have numerous things that are coming into play around about that time. So we know that a lot of these guys, they move chess pieces in the background because they don't want to step on any toes. They don't want big institutions to miss out. And this is the thing. So I think it's July. The reason being is because we have Coinbase moving into Japan. We don't have any dates. I've scoured the internet. We've even looked at this article, which is directly from the Coinbase blog, and it doesn't actually give any dates at all. But we know that Japan launching Coinbase, or their offering, is going to be pretty solid. It's going to be run by Kitazawa, who was actually involved with money design, and he worked at Morgan Stanley in Japan, doing heaps of different acquisitions and deals and stuff like that. The guy's pretty competent. So why would they move Coinbase to Japan and miss out on this massive change from Ripple and potentially a huge amount of money? I don't think they will. I think they're going to line it up with SBI. So SBI have recently launched their virtual currency trading exchange service with transaction fees that are free of charge. So you can pretty much go nowhere and get that, and now it's available. It's available to 20,000 users who applied in October 2017. And if we look closer, the general application for opening accounts is scheduled to start in July 18. So this means that all the rest of their members, and I think it's somewhere around about 40 million or some ridiculous number, are going to get their hands on free trading with Ripple Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash. So if we just have a look at the pieces that are moving into place, we've got Coinbase, we've got SBI, we've got xRapid, and it's a very strong foundation that July is going to be the major price move. We also have another piece of news, which is Ripple announcing initiative partnership with universities called UBRI, and UBRI is University Blockchain Research Initiative. So why would they do that? I mean, they're throwing $50 million at it. It's because if they're going to provide the technology that all of these financial institutions are going to use with xRapid, etc., then they need to teach people how to use it. They need to teach people how to fund it, and how to look after it and be responsible. This is a regulation requirement. If you're going to have an institution or institutions using your technology, you need to back it up and make sure that people that are going into the financial markets and institutions know what they're doing with it. So this is, for me, this is actually the biggest news, because we've got 17 different universities or educational institutions that are going to be involved, and this just, it smells that they're moving pieces into place, and they're preparing people for this mass scale financial adoption. So this is really exciting, and how I arrived at $4.50 is, you'll have to bear with me for a moment. We have a current price of 67 cents and $345 billion. $345 billion is roughly 2.25 times away from the market cap high of 780. So 67 cents times 2.25 is about $1.50. So that's what we would have in existing market cap or market dominance for Ripple if it hits all-time high in July, which a lot of people think that it will. July's a big month. Have a look at what McAfee has said. There's a lot of people. I think Ripple are going to increase their market cap by threefold. So that brings us to $4.50. I think with an actual utility that is extremely valuable to banks, that we are going to have mass scale adoption. So I have actually bought 11,500 of these at 67 cents, and I am probably going to trade it a little bit, but mostly I'm going to be hodling. So look, it's big news. We have lots of good things coming out of the Ripple camp, and when they shake that little lawsuit off, and they bring xRapid from beta to production, it's going to be big things. It's going to be really big things. So look, tell me what you think. Happy to hear your thoughts and comments and have a bit of a debate in the channel. If you liked this video, please hit like, hit subscribe to the channel. There'll be lots of new videos coming out, and hit the bell for notifications. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.